Hello, everyone. Today we're going to discuss a very important and trending topic Rupee Internationalization. Now, let me start with a simple question for you. Why do you think the US dollar is used globally for trade? Think about it. Exactly, because countries trust it and there is high demand for it worldwide. Now, imagine this. What if the Indian rupee could also be used globally in trade? That's what we mean by rupee internationalization, increasing the use of rupee in cross border transactions. And why is this important? Because if global demand for rupee increases, it helps stabilize the currency and reduces depreciation pressure. Let's understand why this topic has become urgent. The rupee is nearing the 95 mark against the dollar, meaning it is weakening. Now, here's a concept you must understand: exchange rate. This simply means how much one currency is worth in terms of another. So, when we say rupee is weakening, it means you need more rupees to buy $1. Now, what triggered this global shift? In 2022, Russia was removed from the SWIFT system. SWIFT is a global messaging system used for international payments. Because of this, many countries started thinking, what if we are also blocked someday? This led to reduced trust in dollar dominance, rise of de-dollarization. De-dollarization means reducing dependence on the US dollar in global trade. So this creates an opportunity for India. If countries want alternatives, why not the rupee? Now let's look at what India is already doing. First, trade invoicing in rupee. Invoicing means pricing exports in rupee instead of dollars. Around 6.18% of exports are now invoiced in rupee. But here's an important question for you. Is invoicing the same as settlement? No. Settlement means actual payment is made in rupee. And here's the issue. Invoicing equals 6.18%, settlement equals much lower, approximately 2 to 3%. So there is a gap. Second, bilateral agreements. India is signing agreements with countries like UAE and Indonesia. These agreements allow trade in local currencies instead of dollars. Third, Vostro accounts. Let me simplify this. A Vostro account is an account that a foreign bank holds in India in rupees. This allows foreign countries to pay in rupees, receive rupees, trade without dollars. So overall, progress is happening, but slowly. Now let's look at the global picture. The US dollar is still dominant, but its dominance is slowly declining. Let's understand why. First, global reserves diversification: countries are holding more gold, other currencies. This reduces reliance on the dollar. Second, US Treasury holdings falling: foreign countries are reducing investment in US government bonds. Why? Because of geopolitical risks, rising interest rate uncertainties. Third, non traditional currencies rising. Currencies other than the dollar are gaining importance. But here's a question for you. Does this mean the dollar will disappear? No, it still accounts for about 50% of global payments, but the key takeaway is its monopoly is weakening and space is opening for currencies like the rupee. Now let's explore alternatives to the dollar based system. First, BRICS Pay, a payment system among BRICS countries using local currencies. But there is a concern: China's dominance. Second, CIPS and SPFS. These are alternatives to SWIFT developed by China Russia. They allow countries to bypass Western controlled systems. Third, CBDCs. CBDC means central bank digital currency. It is a digital form of money issued by a central bank. Example: digital rupee, digital yuan. Now, here's a question: why are CBDCs important? Because they reduce transaction cost, enable faster cross border payments, reduce dependence on intermediaries. So, globally, the system is evolving, and India has a chance to be part of it. Let's wrap this up. Rupee internationalization is not just an economic idea, it is a strategic necessity. To succeed, India must increase settlement in rupee, build global trust, strengthen financial infrastructure, and most importantly, create consistent demand for rupee globally. Final question for you. What do you think is the biggest challenge in rupee internationalization? Is it trust, policy, global politics? Think about it, because this is exactly what policymakers are debating today. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next session.